Welcome back to Car Future Wheels with another insane future ride deep dive, and today we're talking about a legend reborn, the all-new 2026 Pontiac Firebird. This is not just nostalgia, this is a full-blown modern muscle comeback engineered for a generation that wants noise, style, speed, and attitude, and trust me, this one delivers all of it. If you're new here, make sure to hit subscribe on Car Future Wheels so you never miss our future classics breakdowns. Now without wasting a second, let's walk around this beauty. The moment you look at it, you know this car was inspired by the roots but redesigned for the future. The front fascia takes the DNA of the original bird but adds razor-sharp LED signature lighting that stretches aggressively across the hood line. The headlights are thin, angry, purposeful, and fully adaptive with a build that screams "take me seriously." The grille is a massive open intake style mesh for cooling that brings both function and intimidation. The lower bumper carries sculpted canards for better airflow, meaning this car wants to stay planted even when you push it past legal territory. The hood itself, iconic, features a center heat extractor vent that harks back to heritage but is now fully functional to cool what lies beneath it. The heart of a real muscle machine. Moving to the side profile, the long body lines are smooth but defined, nothing bubbly, nothing soft. It has that stretched back silhouette that brings back memories of the golden era. The wheel arches are flared just the right amount, and speaking of wheels, we're looking at 20-inch forged alloys on the base with 21-inch light-weight performance rims on the higher trims. The tires hug the body tightly, and the stance is lower and wider than ever before for better grip. We also see a slash-style fender vent right behind the front wheels to reduce pressure buildup and improve brake cooling. Again, proof that this is more than a show car. The roofline slopes gently into that timeless coupe fastback design, preserving the signature vibe while staying aerodynamic. Now sliding to the back, the real show begins, because this is where the 2026 model flexes its futuristic redesign language. The taillights form a full-width glowing bar with segmented tri-strip LED clusters on each end inspired by the old pattern but modernized with 3D depth styling. The rear spoiler comes subtle on the base but active on the GT and Trans Am inspired trims, lifting automatically at speed to generate downforce. Under that sits a black diffused bumper with quad exhaust outlets that look ready to thunder. Yes, quad pipes, because dual would simply disrespect the legacy. The rear diffuser retains airflow stability, making sure this car stays locked to the road during acceleration bursts or high-speed sweeping corners. The trunk line has a slight ducktail curve, another signature touch, and the badging stays clean, minimal, bold. Step inside, open the doors and you're greeted by a cockpit that takes retro cues but is not stuck in the past. The interior mixes real carbon fiber, premium stitched leather, and brushed aluminum accents. The seats are low-mount bucket racers with side bolsters that actually hold you tight when driving aggressively. They also offer heating, cooling, and 8-way power adjustment even on mid-trims. The steering wheel is a thick, flat-bottom performance unit wrapped in leather with built-in drive mode toggles, paddle shifters, and haptic controls. Right behind that we see a 12.3-inch fully digital cluster that shifts colors, themes, and layout based on whether you're cruising, racing, or in track attack mode. The center display is a 13-inch touchscreen running next-gen infotainment with wireless Android Auto integration plus wireless Apple CarPlay, a built-in performance telemetry interface, and bird-themed UI animations. The gear selector moves away from the old stick but keeps a short throw-inspired electronic shifter design, plus push-button parking mode for modern convenience. The dash is driver-angled, making you feel like this car is built around the person behind the wheel, not the passengers. There is ambient mood lighting running across the doors, dash, and footwell, customizable to over 64 color shades. The sound system is a high-grade 9-speaker premium setup in lower trims but upgrades to a 12-speaker torching audio surround pack in the performance variants. The cabin stays surprisingly roomy for a coupe, but the rear seats are more 2+2 style than family-friendly, because let's be honest, this car isn't meant for road trips with luggage and kids. This is meant for freedom, smoke, and empty highways. Now let's talk about performance. Under the hood, the 2026 Pontiac Firebird is expected to come in multiple engine flavors, but the prime spotlight stays on the 6.2-liter supercharged V8 pushing 490 horsepower on the base GT with 0-60 hitting 4.4 seconds. The higher performance model pushes 550 horsepower making 0-60 drop to 3.8 seconds. The top-spec trim rumored to carry the Trans Am Spirit packs 650 horsepower and hits 0-60 in just 3.3 seconds. The engine roars through an active valve exhaust system that adjusts tone based on drive mode, meaning it goes from intimidating to demonic at the press of a button. It comes paired with a 10-speed performance automatic gearbox calibrated for brutal shifts and launch control support. Suspension is fully independent adaptive MagneRide tuned for muscle rigidity, allowing comfort in cruise mode but bone-tight feedback in sport or track settings. The brakes are massive 6-piston calipers front and 4-piston rear with cross-drilled performance rotors on the higher trims. Steering is electronic but quick ratio tuned so you don't lose the analog feel while corner pushing. The car also features performance traction layouts, limited slip differential across trims, and advanced stability programs that let you slide a little before saving your soul. The exhaust soundtrack is authentic gasoline symphony with an optional sound amplification mode that enhances and take growl inside the cabin for maximum driver adrenaline. Now the big question, price. The 2026 model in base trim is expected to start at $38,900. The GT Performance trim at $46,500. The rumored nostalgic Trans Am inspired model hits $59,900, and the fully loaded performance spec pushes around $71,500 depending on options, packages, and performance add-ons. Safety includes blind spot monitoring, lane keep assist, automatic emergency braking, and a rear-view 360 camera on all trims. Higher trims include performance driver alerts, heads-up display, night vision assist, and driver fatigue monitoring. This is a car that brings back a bygone legacy like the original 1977 Pontiac Firebird but has now stepped into the modern muscle battlefield with precision engineering. This reborn Pontiac classic is unapologetic, aggressive, technical, refined without being quiet, and stylish without being show-only. It brings torque, heritage, and modern brains into one body. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, subscribe, comment your thoughts, and share this with anyone who loves reborn muscle icon stories. I'll catch you guys in the next future wheel spin. Stay fast, stay loud, stay future obsessed.